Hey everyone, my name is Suzy Schaak. Welcome to class today. I do kind of a range of different classes between a slow flow and a more athletic yoga. And today I'm feeling like doing a little glute strengthening. So this will be a little bit more of a power flow. Modify whenever you need to, just to make it feel comfortable to you. And I will show you some modifications as well. So let's begin in extended child's pose. Knees to the outside edges of the mat, big toes to touch, sitting the sitting bones way back. And let's just begin by rocking a little bit side to side just to open up the inner thighs a bit. And slowly starting to just kind of get into your breath. So in yoga we do what's called an Ujjayi pranayama. It's breathing in through the nose and out through the nose. And prana means life force. So you are building upon your life force with your breath. All right, rocking side to side. And in your own time, maybe you want to come down onto forearms. Maybe you want to reach fingertips all the way long and overhead. Eventually we'll all end up here and then forehead resting down on the mat. Close the eyes and let's just take a few breaths in child's pose. Building on that breath. In through the nose, out through the nose. There's that little constriction in the back of the throat. And it actually acts as almost like a humidifier, and it begins to warm the body from the inside out. And with eyes closed, just do a little scan of your body and notice how it's feeling. Where you may need to show it a little love, a little support, and where maybe you can push a little harder than you normally would. Just paying attention and being really mindful. All right, 2 more breaths. Full breath in. Beautiful, even breath out. Another one just like that. Inhale. And exhale. Perfect. Let's slowly pull up into tabletop pose. Finding what we call cat and cow. Hands are underneath shoulders, knees are hip distance. On the in-breath, let's start to tip the tailbone to the mat. Let the belly come through, let the chest come through, and chin comes up towards the sky. And then on the exhale, tip the tailbone back down towards the mat. Let the belly come through, chin to chest. Good. Inhale. And exhale. And finding your own rhythm of breath. But we're linking our breath with our movements. And that's what a vinyasa flow is linking breath to movement. Good, a couple more. 1 more. All right, let's stabilize in our tabletop pose, drawing the lower abdominals in nice and firm, pulling them in, like you're giving that little internal hug, and extending the left leg and the right arm, and firming the glutes. So you're squeezing the glutes together, pulling into the midline and then lengthening out through the crown of the head, out through the fingertips. Perfect. And if you're having any balance issues, just drop the toe. Good. All right, take a breath in, lengthen, inhale. Exhale, bring elbow to knee, find that cat spine. Inhale, get nice and long. Exhale, elbow to knee. Good. Keep on going with your own rhythm of your breath. We're inhaling, exhale. Good. Couple more. Stretch it out together. 1 more. Stretch it out together. Pause and hold. Curl in, curl in, curl in. Using those core muscles a little bit. Good. Now extend it long. Staying as you are. You can hold there, or you can bring foot into hand and just slowly get a little front body opening, kicking foot into hand. Good. Nice breath. Stabilize through the center, belly into the spine, that internal hug, and gentle release. And lowering down. Now I'm going to do like a barrel roll with the belly. Good. And then just switch directions. We're just kind of neutralizing things to be ready to go on to the other side. All right, tabletop pose. Belly's pulled in, lower abdominals, transverse abdominals pulled in nice and firm. Get stable, then extend right leg, left arm. Head in line with the spine. Find your stability first. Remember, if you're having any balance issues, just drop the toes down to the mat. Glutes are firm, belly's firm. Inhale. Exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale. Exhale. So we're going a little swifter than I normally would, just to kind of fire the breath up a little bit more, a little faster. Good. Pull it in and lengthen. Pull it in, lengthen, press out through the heel. A couple more. Hold it in. Now curl it in really tight. Squeeze, 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 squeeze. Extend it long, one long line of energy. Stay as you are, or bringing foot to hand. Good. Not always easy in the beginning of class if your body's not so warm. Kicking foot into hand is going to open up the front body. Hold here, 3, 2. Release it, lower down on 1. Remember those barrel rolls with the belly. Bring it around, and the other way. Good. Now, for hands, let's just curl toes under and rest back on the heels. We'll stretch the arches of the feet a little bit, walk the hands back. Just circle the hands around a little bit, warming up the wrists. Good. And now I'm placing hands down, fingertips facing the knees, and again, just stretching out the wrists a little bit in the forearms. And then just flip, so you're on the top of the hands, fingertips still facing the knees. Little stretch there. Nice. All right. Take a shoulder shrug, bring the shoulders back and down. We're going to step back here into plank pose. Again, hands are shoulder distance apart. Nice. You can stay up here on hands, or you can come down onto forearms, but take that shoulder shrug and allow the shoulder blades to press back and down. And let's just step out a little bit, stepping the toes out. So I'm doing this to warm up your spine and warm up your glutes and all those core muscles, both abdominal and spine, before we start our class. And I think that you'll enjoy it a little bit more rather than just being thrown into it. We're in the standing sequence. All right, let's just tap and tap. 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Stop and breathe. Inhale. Exhale. Hopefully you were breathing before too. Coming back up into full plank. Inhale and then exhale. Bring the hips high, pull the hips back. Downward facing dog. Now paddle it out. When I'm watching people in downward facing dog, I'm not looking for straight legs so much as a straight spine. So if your spine is rounded and you're trying to get the heels down to the mat, just bend the knees a little bit, pull the heels off the mat. Go ahead and get that stretch and lengthen through the spine. All right, again, just keep pedaling. Take a quick glance at your fingertips. Make sure the pointer fingers are facing the front of the mat, directly front. Let the other fingers spread out evenly from there. And draw the weight in towards the pointer finger and the thumb, right? You have more support there, less strain on the wrist if it's pointer finger and thumb versus out towards the pinky. All right, let's inhale, left leg high. And bend the knee, open the hip. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Circle the knee around if you'd like. Really nice inner thigh stretch. Good, and then square it off. And slowly bring knee to nose. Hold and breathe. Bringing the foot through into low lunge. We're going to come up onto fists, so palms are going to face each other. We're on our fists. Give the wrists a little break. Inhale, lift the hips. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower down. Good. Lift them up. Lower down. One more time. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Left hand will stay planted. Take an inhale, center, and then an exhale. You can reach the hand to the sky, or it can be on the outside of the knee. Taking a little gentle twist, belly comes through, shoulders come through, and then finish with the gaze. Long breath in. Long breath out. Staying as you are or grab your back foot. Little deeper stretch, getting into the quadricep of the left leg. Hold here. Inhale. And exhale. Good. One more just like that. And then gentle release. Ground the hands. Front foot meets the back. First chaturanga. We're in high plank. We'll shift the weight forward. Slowly lower down. Pin the elbows in. You could be on knees if that feels better. You could come all the way down to the mat if that feels better. This would be cobra pose. That's an alternative. If you're up on toes or knees, you lower down, you would be taking upward facing dog or cobra. Good. Long breath in, front body opening. Exhale, long breath out. Downward facing dog. Good. Inhale. And exhale. One more just like that. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Inhaling left leg high. Bend the knee, open the hip. Once again, staying as you are. Or circle the knee around a little bit. This is a really great warm-up, regardless if it's yoga or if you're going to go out for a run or a walk, playing tennis, even playing golf, those kind of things. Just warming up the hips, the spine, the core. All right, let's square it off. Knee comes to the nose. Pause and breathe. Curl into that cat spine. Belly into spine, spine to the sky. Pulling it through, low lunge. Coming onto our fists again, palms are facing each other. Good, let's inhale, lift. And exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Two more. Lift it up. Lower it down. Lift it up. Lower it down, back knee drops. Good. Right hand will stay planted. Take an inhale, center. Get as long as you can through the spine, and then pulling belly through, shoulders. And finish with the gaze if that feels okay in the neck. Hand could be here, it could be up here. I like to put on the outside of my knee. It just helps me to twist a little bit more. I feel a little more stable. So you're getting a pretty nice stretch to the hip flexor on the right leg. Again, if you want to add to that, you certainly can by grabbing the back foot. If you want to grab your back foot and you can't reach it, you can always pause and get a bathrobe sash, or if you have a yoga belt, just strap it around the foot. That's an option too. All right, breathe in. Breathe out. One more. Perfect. Come back to the center, ground the hands. Front foot meets the back. Inhale, shift forward. This time we're going to lower to the count of 4. Pin the elbows in. 3, squeeze. 2, 1. You're at 90 degrees. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Long breath in. Long breath out. Rolling up onto 10 toes. Bend the knees, belly to thighs. Let's take it to the top of the mat. Inhale finds a halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Now again, I want you to watch out for your spine. If you're way up here and you're just hanging, right, I'd rather have you bend your knees and connect belly to thigh, and then just let the torso melt. It feels so much better, and it's so much safer on your spine. All right, ragdoll pose. You can interlace hands in front of you and just wave yourself from side to side. I like to do a little of both. I'm going to have my hands in front of me and then interlace behind. But however you're at, let the head hang heavy so you're gazing between the knees. Two more breaths. Good. Wherever you're at, hands come down to the mat. Take a nice halfway lift with the long spine. And exhale, fold forward. And inhale, bring it high, Utkatasana. And hands come to heart center. Close the eyes, Samastitahi. This is called equal standing pose, so spreading the toes out evenly. Rooting down through the 4 corners of the feet, behind the big toe ball mount, the pinky toe. And if you had 2 corners on the heel, right? So feel the earth below you. Take a breath as if it's coming from the crown of the head, It's moving all the way down through the spine, through the legs, and it's rooting down through the feet. Now let's return that energy like it's coming up through the feet. Draw the kneecaps up, slowly squeezing the glutes. Squeeze your butt muscles nice and firm, like you're pulling them in. And then let's do a lift from the inside, like if a cord were to drop down right from the crown of the head, down through the base of the spine. So we're pulling up at the pelvic floor, we're firming the glutes, we're firming the transverse abdominals, the lower abdominals. We're drawing it up into the chest, so the chest and heart space is open, shoulder blades go back and down. And now release the palms, facing the top of your mat, facing forward. Set an intention for your class, for your day, maybe for where you're moving forward the remainder of 2020. Good. Full breath in, powerful breath out. We're going to move through Surya Namaskar A, Sun Salutation A. Arms sweep up and overhead. Inhale. Exhale, open baby back bend. Good. Inhale, palms to touch. Exhale, hands through the heart, move into your fold. Knees can be bent. Inhale, find a halfway lift. Exhale, ground the hands, step back, high plank. Stabilize, inhale, shift the weight forward. Exhale, bend the elbows 90 degrees, excuse me. Open up to upward facing dog. And exhale into downward facing dog. Breathing in. Breathing out. Good, rolling up onto 10 toes, bend the knees, belly to thighs. Walk or jump, top of the mat. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, reach it high. Exhale, baby back bend. Good, inhale, palms to touch. Exhale, hands through the heart, forward fold. Inhale, open, halfway lift. Exhale, ground the hands, step back, pause and hold. You could come to the knees if you want. Shift the weight forward. Lower, bending the elbows 90 degrees. Inhale, tops of the feet, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Breathe in. Breathe out. 2 more. One more, roll up onto all 10 toes, bend the knees, belly to thighs. Top of the mat, friends. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, sweep it high. This time, interlace the hands in a steeple grip. Let's take a little side body bend. Pause and just stay here in that side body bend. Inhale, bring it back to the center. Exhale, side body bend. Good, hold here. And back to the center. Let's lift up, engage everything through the core. Glutes are firm, and then take a little baby back bend. Good. Inhale back to the center. Exhale, swan dive, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Grounding the hands. Should you become fatigued, drop down to the knees. Lower all the way down to the mat. Good. Safest on the shoulders. Inhale, cobra. And lowering down. Good. Pull back. Not child's pose, downward facing dog. You could take child's pose there though. You can move through child's pose into down dog. All right, long breath in. Even breath out. One more. Good. Let's roll up onto 10 toes. Bend the knees, belly to thighs. Take it up to the top of your beautiful mat. Open, halfway lift. Surrender and fold forward. Now weight's going to go into the heels and we're going to lift up into our chair pose, Utkatasana. Right, Utkatasana. So, chair pose, weight is back. Glutes are firm, so again, think of squeezing the butt muscles nice and firm and then lifting. Lift the pelvic floor, firm through the lower abdominals, shoulder shrug. So arms could be in front of you, could be in prayer, or they could be up and overhead. But right now we're just going to do little pulsing, right? And the glutes are what's going to be working here, not so much the quadriceps. They're helping, but the glutes are the major muscle group that you're going to be feeling, right? So just squeeze and lift. Squeeze and lift. Squeeze and lift. Good. Squeeze and lift. Let's do 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Pause. Shift the weight into the right foot. You can hover or have the toes down on the left. Good. And we're going to do the same thing. Squeeze and lift. Squeeze and lift. Nice. 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Bring the foot back down. Stabilize, shift it to the left, squeeze and lift, and lift, and lift, and lift. Both feet come down to the mat. Balance out that energy between the two. Hands come to the heart. Fingertips slowly come forward as we're sitting a little bit further back. Belly's now brushing the thighs as best you can. Good, inhale, hands to heart center. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, open, halfway lift. Exhale, ground the hands, step back. Move through your flow. Chaturanga Dandasana. You can bring it all the way down for a cobra or up dog. Downward facing dog. All right, now we're going to play around with some glute strength here. Oh, brother, I think I may have to move my mat a little bit. I'm going to end up kicking the wall. Okay, so from down dog, let's lift the right leg high. Take an inhale, and then you're slowly going to lower it out to the side. Toes are going to tap. Bring it high, and then bring right knee, right tricep. Bring it high again. Slowly lower the leg out to the side. Lift it up. Right knee, right tricep. Good. Bring it high and lower it down and lift. Right knee, right tricep. Lift it high, lower it down, lift it up. Right knee, right tricep, hold. Hold here, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it high. Take a good breath in. Right knee, left tricep. Hold here, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it high. Knee to nose. Pause and hold here. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Low lunge. Grounding the feet. Squeeze the glutes. Stack the spine. Lift it up into crescent lunge. Firming the glutes. Inhale, let's lift. Exhale, lower. Good. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. 2 more. Lift it up. Lower it down. 1 more time. Lift. Hands come to the hips. Now all you're going to do, stabilize again. Pull in through the glutes. Lift up. Pelvic floor lifts. Lower abdominals firm. Good. Bend the back knee. And straight. Bend it back. And straight. 2 more. 1 more. Good. Arms lift up. Open baby back bend. Find your airplane arms. Open to warrior 2. Inhale, reverse your warrior. Exhale, take it down to the mat. Lifting into 3-legged down dog. Move through your flow. High to low push up. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Get a good breath in through the nose, out through the nose. If you're building too much heat, you can always take an open mouth exhale. Good. Left leg lifts high. Slowly lower it down. Lift it up. Left knee, left tricep. Good. Bring it high. Lower it down. Lift it up. Left knee, left tricep. All right, here we go. Lower. Lift. Tricep. Lift. Lower. Lift. Tricep. Lift. 2 more. Good. Almost there. Lower. Lift. Tricep hold. 4, 3, 2. Bring it high on 1. Left knee, right tricep. 4, 3, 2. Bring it high on 1. Knee to nose. 4, 3, 2. Low lunge. All right. Stabilize again. Pull it in and slowly stack the spine. Lift it up. Reach hands up and overhead. Do you feel good? Do you feel stable? Press out through the back heel. Good. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. And lower. 2 more. 1 more. Good. Hands stay at the hips. Bend the back knee and straight. Bend the back knee and straight. 2 more. Bend the back knee. Straight. Bend and straight. Now sweep the arms up. Open baby back bend. Find your airplane arms. Open to warrior 2. Reverse your warrior. Take her down to the mat. Sweep it into 3-legged down dog. Flow through your vinyasa. Up dog. Downward facing dog. Pedal it out. Breathing in. breathing out. Good, let's roll up onto 10 toes, bend the knees, belly to thighs. Top of the beautiful mat. Inhale halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, chair pose, weight in the heels. Squeeze the glutes, firm them nice and tight. Hands can be at heart center, up and overhead. You choose. Let's just do a little pulsing. Little pulsing. Squeeze, 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 squeeze. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring it over to the right foot. Left foot hovers or toes are touching. Good, let's lift and lower. Lift and lower. 2 more. 1 more. Foot stabilizes. Shift the weight left. Toes hover or toes touching. Let's lift. 3, 2, and 1. Bring the feet back down. Just a little pulse, little pulse. As you're pulsing, you're going further back. Good, like you're looking for that chair. Someone took it away. Good, pulse and pulse. Pulse and pulse. 4 and 3. Hands to the heart. 2. Forward fold on 1. Inhale, open, halfway lift. Ground the hands, step back, chaturanga. Up dog. Good, downward facing dog. Let's do it again, only we're gonna add on a little bit. Inhale, right leg high. This time let's just bend the knee, get a good stretch. Opening up the hip. Good, square it off. And lower those toes down towards the mat. Lift it up, right knee, right tricep. Bring it high, lower it down. Lift it up, right knee, right tricep. 4 more. 3 more. How you doing? Good. I don't know, I'm assuming you said good. 1 more. Now hold. 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it high. Right knee, left tricep. Pause. 4, 3, 2. Bring it high on 1. Knee to nose. 4, 3, 2. Low lunge on 1. Stabilize. I always stabilize before I lift up, so I feel like I'm not going to fall over. Press the back heel to the back wall. Shoulders release from the ears. Inhale, lift. Good. Lower it down. Lift it up. Squeeze the glutes. Lower it down. 2 more. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. Hands to the hips. Bend the back knees. Squeeze and press. Squeeze and press. 2 more. Good. Arms come up. This time we're going to take a gentle twist to the right. Belly's coming through, shoulders gaze. Stay as you are, or back hand can come to the back thigh. And deepening the twist just a little bit more. Good. Inhale back to the center. Exhale, open, warrior 2. Nice. Inhale, reverse your warrior. Exhale, let's hold. Extended side angle. So here we can use our glute power as well. I'm pressing in opposing directions between my 2 feet. Right, so the glutes are firing more so than the quadricep. Nice. Now from here, take a half bind, whole bind, whatever's in your practice. If you need to shorten your stance so the knee is right over the ankle, then do that. Good. Breathing in and breathing out. 2 more. Good. Let's slowly reverse our triangle. Moving into Utkatasana triangle pose. Now again, let's use our glute strength to support the pose, support the pelvis, rather than just flexibility. Right? So as you can see, I'm just kind of hanging here in time, using my core strength, but that's because my hips are supporting the posture. Again, I'm pressing my feet in opposing directions, which fires up the glutes, and then I have all this freedom with my upper body. Breathing in and breathing out. Maybe you want to extend this even further. Maybe you want to bring top hand to meet the bottom. Whatever feels good to you. Hold 3 and 2. Good, let's move into Extended side angle again, reverse your warrior. And let's find half moon from here. So reaching fingertips in front of the toes, slowly opening up, finding your balance pose. Reach out through the heel of the lifted leg. Perfect. Hold 3 and 2. From here, we're going to square the hips off. Fingertips come down to the mat. Good. Leg is parallel. Lifted leg is parallel to the mat. And we're just going to tap the toes and lift. Tap the toes, squeeze and lift. Tap the toes and lift. Keep on going. Good. Let's do 4 more. And 3. And 2. And 1, lift and hold. Now little curtsy squat, so we're sinking back into the heel, left knee behind right. And then lift into standing splits. Curtsy squat, standing splits. Here we go. 5 more. 4 more. 3, 2, 1, pause and hold in that little squat. 4, 3, 2, step it out into low lunge on 1. Drop down to the bottom knee. Good. Let's pull back and then forward. Just stretch it out a little bit. If you want to shake it a little, go for it. Nice. And then eventually we're going to end up in half splits, Ardha Hanumanasana. So we're pulling back. You can be on the knee. Toes are going to curl back towards the nose, find some length, and a nice little fold. If you want to go deeper, you can settle all the way back onto the heel. Bend the knee as much as you need to again. I'd rather see a straight spine, belly connected to the thigh, than this big rounded spine. All right, 2 more breaths wherever you're at. Good, beautiful. Shift it forward. Pop up on the back knee. You can stay with fingertips grounded, or you can bring right hand behind the ankle, left hand over. A little more glute strengthening, right? We're just going to lift up and lower. We did this in warm-up. Lift up and lower. Lift up and lower. Lift up, lower, and just hold and breathe. Squeeze everything in the midline, right? We're squeezing into the center. All energy going center. Good, you can do this. If you bring fingertips down, that's perfect. However you find the most stability. 2 more breaths. Gentle release. Coming down to the bottom knee. Walk the foot out towards the corner of the mat. Do the same thing. Just moving forward and back. Moving out congestion in the leg. You can shake it out if you'd like. This time moving into runner's lunge, right? So you can stay on the foot, you can stay up on the hands. I like to pull out and then go onto the outside edge of my foot, but you have to make sure the knee follows. So it's all in one line. Knee is in line with the foot. Good. And again, you can stay up on hands. You can come down to forearms. Whatever feels better to you. If you need to use a prop, grabbing, if you have a bolster, rolled up blanket, cushion from your couch, just to bring you a little bit higher and you enjoy it more. All is well. Good, 2 more breaths. Perfect. From here, curl the back toes under. Sweep the back foot back. Toes are lifted. You're like, oh no, no more. We're in high plank with toes touching, or toes are lifted off the mat with the right leg. All right, let's just slowly tap and lift and tap and lift. Belly's pulled in. Shoulder blades back and down. Glutes are firing. Tap and lift. Tap and lift. Let's do 4 more. And 3. And 2. And 1. Lower it down. Come up onto hands. You can move right into down dog, or if you want to move through your vinyasa, feel free. Up dog. And downward facing dog. All right, breathe in. Breathe it out. Pedal it out. Regroup. Lift the leg, shake it. Lift the other leg, shake it. Good. Scratch your nose. And left leg's turn. Lift it up. Bend the knee, open the hip. Just take a nice, enjoyable stretch here. You've earned it. Okay, here we go. Let's square it off. Lower down. Lift. Left knee, left tricep. Bring it up. Lower down. Lift. Knee to tricep. Good. 4 more. Get some good breathing in here. Nice. 1 more. Lower, lift, knee to tricep, hold. 4, 3, 2, bring it high on 1. Left knee, right tricep, hold. 4, 3, 2, high on 1. Knee to nose. 4, 3, 2, through on 1. Stabilize, right? Get anchored and rooted down. Stack the spine. Squeeze the glutes in, lift everything high. Back foot or back heel towards the back wall. Nice. All right, let's lift. And lower. Lift. And lower. 2 more. 1 more, hands to the hips. Bend the knee and straight. Bend the knee and straight. 2 more. 1 more. Restabilize. Hands come up. Inhale. Exhale, gentle twist. Belly comes through. Shoulders, gaze. Stay as you are, or back hand can come to the back thigh. Lifting up and open a little bit deeper. All is well. Good. Inhale back to the center. And then exhale, find warrior 2. Inhale, reverse your warrior. Exhale, extended side angle. Remember, we're tearing the mat in half between the ball of the front, ball of the back. Glutes are firm. Half bind, whole bind if you'd like. Whatever feels good in your practice. Just pause and observe your body right now. 2 more breaths. 1 more. Let's reverse our triangle. Lift up, lift back. Utkatasana pose, triangle pose. Tear the mat in half like you're pressing to the ball of the front foot. Heel is rooted down. Outside edge of the back foot. Inside arch lifting up. Good. How does it feel? And again, if you want to challenge your strength a little bit, front hand can reach forward. Getting a little oblique strengthening here. Good. 2 more breaths. Good. Let's get into warrior 2. Reverse our warrior. And find our half moon. So an easy way to find half moon, or a smoother way to transition, is with hips square, lift the leg, ground the fingertips, and then slowly open the hips. There you go. Lift the leg, squeeze the glutes again. Press out through the heel. Hold here. 4. And 3. 2. Square the hips off on 1. Fingertips reground again. Leg is parallel to the mat. Toes are pointed. The back side of the leg and the glutes are what are firm. Let's slowly lower. Squeeze the glute and lift. Lower and lift. Lower and lift. Lower and lift. 4 more. Squeeze. 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 One more. Squeeze. Now remember our curtsy squat. Pull it back into the heel and then standing splits. Weight in the heel, standing splits. 6 more. 4 more. 3. 2. Hold back in that little squat. 4 and 3 and 2. Here's your release. Low lunge on 1. Drop down to the back knee. Shift it back and forth. If you want to shake the leg out a little bit, do whatever feels good. A couple more times. All right, pull back into half splits, Ardha Hanumanasana. Toes are going to curl back. Remember, the knee can be bent. Belly's attaching to the thigh. Head in line with the spine. And if you want to go deeper, pull all the way back. Sitting on the heel. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Good. Couple more breaths. Shift it forward. We're in low lunge. Pop the back knee up. You can keep fingertips planted, remember, or if you want a little more challenge, left hand goes behind the left ankle. I'm on the inside of my thigh. Right hand goes over. I'm squeezing my glutes. We're going to lift and lower. Lift and lower. Good. Nice. 4 more. And 3. And 2. And 1. Just pause, hold, breathe. Squeeze everything into the midline. Like shoulder into the inner thigh into the shoulder. Hold 4. And 3. And 2. Release down on 1. Pull it back. Slowly inch the foot to the outside corner of the mat. Good for runner's lunge. Nice. Shake it around. And then just ease in. Ease in. Nice. I'm starting my day with this class, but this is another one you could do after work. I wouldn't do this too late into the evening unless you're planning on staying up late, because this is an energizing flow. Be great at lunchtime if you can take an hour. Good. All right, a couple more breaths, friends. It's a beautiful thing. You know where we're going from here into our plank pose. Right, so I'm on forearms. My elbows are right underneath my shoulders. I'm popping my back knee up and then bringing the back leg. Lift it up. Firm the belly. Firm the glutes. Good. Lower the knee, lower the toes and lift. Lower toes and lift. You can lower down though onto the back knee if you'd like. A little more support. Good. We got this. 4 more. Beautiful. 3. Squeeze and lift. 2. And 1. Lower it down. Come up onto hands. You can move right into down dog or move through your flow. Up dog. And downward facing dog. Beautiful work. Breathing in. Breathe it out. Good. All right. We're going to do a shoot through from here. So maybe you want to widen the hands just a little bit. Bend the knees. Bring the belly to the thighs. All right. Just play with me. You're going to shoot your whole body through your hands. Sometimes the toes skid. Sometimes they do a beautiful job. All right. Finding our sitting bones. Moving into boat pose. All right. So for me, I just leave my heels resting or my toes resting. I try to really isolate my core muscles. Some people can lift their legs, maybe hover them, whatever feels right to you. I feel more stable and more able to isolate my core when I'm like this than when my legs are lifted. So find what serves you. I can also talk. I can breathe. So as you notice, I'm just doing little pulses and just to lift a little and lower a little. And lift a little and lower a little. Good. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. Let's lift and then take a little twist. Lift and take a little twist. Lift. Exhale. Inhale. Good. One more to the left. Good, lift it up. And then lower to half boat. Hands come behind the head. Just a little bit of bicycle. Little bit of bicycle side to side. We got a lot of core strengthening in our plank poses, as well as our spine strengthening. Isn't that fun? Good. So you can continue with knees bent, or you can straighten the legs if you'd rather. Good. Or you can alternate. Straight, straight, bend, bend. Straight, straight, bend, bend. If you really want to get your brain involved. Good, let's just do 4 more. 3 more. 2. 1. Curl into a ball and open up. Nice off the mouth exhale. Reaching fingertips to toes. Close the eyes for just a minute. Say something kind to your beautiful body. And let's move into bridge. So arms come down to your side. Bending the knees. Heels coming as close as they can to the sitting bones. Just scoop up the low lumbar. Lift, lift, lift. Shimmy those shoulders underneath. Maybe interlace the hands if you can. And we're drawing chest to chin. Gentle release. Knees can come into the chest. You can take Supta Baddha Konasana. You can windshield wiper the knees. Listen to what your body needs right now. Good. Staying as you are. Second set of bridge. Or full wheels in your practice. Go right ahead. Thumbs come towards the ears and then you just flip the hands. So fingertips are facing the shoulders. Always lifting on that beautiful inhale. And then trying to line up shoulders over wrists. I can hear my stomach just going, I need breakfast. All right, lower when you're ready. And again, Supta Baddha Konasana. Knees into the chest or windshield viper. All is well, all is well, all is well. All right, if you're not there already, knees into the chest. This time we're going to rock and roll 3 times along the length of your spine. We shot through, now we're going to shoot back out. Just give it a try, see how it goes. 3rd time through, cross the legs, ground the hands, jump back, chaturanga, lift up, up dog, pull back, downward facing dog. It's a beautiful thing. Inhale, shift into high plank, exhale, lower all the way down to the mat. Thumbs brushing the low ribs, tops of the feet press down. Think of Utkatasana in this prone pose. Glutes are firm, tops of the feet press. Inhale, lift cobra pose. Hover the hands if you like. Good, and gentle release, right cheek to the mat, let everything soften. I'm shifting myself back a little bit. All is well. Good. 2 more breaths. Chin comes center. Palms face the mat. Feet are hip distance now. Inhale, lifting head, neck, and shoulders, and your legs to match. Squeeze and lift. Salutation, locust pose. Hold here. 4 and 3. Lift a little higher, 2. Left cheek releases down to the mat on 1. Whole body softens. Chin comes back to the center. You can take a second set of locusts, or you can take upward facing bow. So grabbing on to the outside of the feet. I like to flex my feet and grab my ankles because it gives me a handle. On the inhale, lift. Get that diaphragmatic breath in here because you're on your belly. Expanding the rib cage. Hold 3 and 2. Lower down. Right cheek to the mat on 1. All is well. Good. Let's ground our hands. Pull back, find child's pose. Bring the arms back behind you. So we're doing a traditional child's pose as knees are together. You can stay just as you are, or if you want to lift up. Actually, knees should be hip distance. If you want to lift up into rabbit pose, you're grabbing onto the heels. And you go from your forehead onto the very top of the head, and you get this really beautiful stretch right between the shoulder blades through the thoracic spine. Good, release it down. Just pause, breathe in. Breathe out. All right, let's set up for our hip openers. So if you love your half pigeon, go right ahead, find downward facing dog. And bringing right knee to the right wrist. Calf comes to the inside. Take a little prep breath and then surrender down. If you prefer, you can take figure 4 on your back. That may feel better. Safer on your hips. Or feel free to take a seated pose. Nice little easy seat, cross-legged seat, and then just inching forward here. Find what feels the best. Props are always nice in your half pigeon. And I like to run a blanket fully underneath my hip so that I'm resting evenly instead of just putting it under the bent knee hip. I find people's hips are facing more evenly down towards the mat that way. All right, let's take about 4 or 5 breaths wherever you're at. If you want to come up a little early and take a king pigeon, if that's in your practice, go right ahead. Or any other variation. If you're in a seated and you want to take a little side bending, that feels really nice on the hips too. Good, and everyone, let's slowly release. If you're on your back, just bring both feet to the sky. If you're seated, just extend both legs long. And if you're in half pigeon, come into down dog. We just want to stretch out the back side of the knees. Reset, go on to the other side. Make sure this side feels as good as the other. Using props if you need to. Again, I usually set a blanket all the way across. So it goes under both hips and then settle in. Let's take about 4 or 5 more breaths on this side. If you want to come up a little bit early again and try a king pigeon, please do. This would be another good place for your strap. If you have one and you have a hard time reaching that back foot, it could be hand. It doesn't have to be the elbow butt. Nice, and everybody, let's release and find a final downward facing dog together. Just pedaling it out, giving gratitude for your practice. Settle in stillness for just a couple of breaths. And then gently coming down onto knees, crossing your legs, pulling your feet through. You may want that bolster rolled up blanket under the knees for your forward fold. That feels good. So sitting bones rooting down evenly, lifting up nice and tall. And on the exhale, you want to fold, connecting belly to thighs. You can continue to just kind of inch the legs down straighter as long as the belly's still connected. Head in line with the spine. Good, and let's gently release. Ground the hands right underneath the shoulders, lift the hips high. Reverse your plank. Could be reverse table. And then lower all the way down to your mat. Now comes the goodness. Knees come into your chest. Good. So you can also put that blanket, bolster, whatever, underneath your hips and lift them to the sky and do a more restorative posture here with legs at the wall, legs in the sky. Or if you want to take plow pose and shoulder stand, now would be a good time. In your shoulder stand, you're being really mindful that shoulders are grounded, not your neck. Always gazing up to the sky, never looking side to side. And in your own time, find your release. Maybe it's plow pose again or ear pinning pose. And then rolling down into happy baby. Grabbing the inside arches of the feet, knees draw down towards the mat. Just rock yourself side to side. Just close the eyes, feel into your body. Notice how things are feeling. Again, give some more gratitude. Let's bring your knees back into your chest, and whether it's both knees or you release the left knee, we'll move into Supine Twist from here. So I'm just doing a little compression with my right knee into the chest, taking an inhale, and on the exhale, find that Supine Twist. So you're drawing knee across the body, shoulders ground evenly. And gazing out towards the right fingertips if that feels okay on your neck. Good, knee comes back into the chest, give it a good squeeze, little compressions. And let's switch sides. Left knee comes into the chest, full breath in. And on the exhale, bring it across the body. Shoulders stay grounded evenly, gazing out to the left fingertips. Good, coming back to the center, give it a squeeze. Right knee meets the left if it's not there already, wrapping forearms around the shins, bring the forehead up to the knees. On the inhale, press shins into forearms. And on your exhale, open up for your beautiful final resting posture, Shavasana. Feel free to stay in your Shavasana as long as you would like. If you are ready to come out, just begin to wiggle toes, maybe brushing thumbs over fingertips. And remember, Shavasana is the death of your practice, and it's a beautiful time to just release and leave everything that is heavy and uncomfortable in your life, causing you stress. Just leave it here on the mat. And as we roll onto our sides, it's like we're hitting a reset button for our day, and you can do that anytime through the day. Just leave everything that's heavy behind and shift into a space of gratitude. So in your time, Let's roll onto our sides. And I always like to start with a thought of gratitude for yourself. Some loving thought to yourself. And then move on your list from there. I start my day with this and I end my day with this before I go to sleep. I often do a list of gratitude as I'm going to sleep. Good, and again, in your own time, let's come up to a comfortable cross-legged seat. Bringing hands in prayer position to your heart center. Guiding the light and love from heart center to your third eye center, space between your eyebrows. May you have peace in your thoughts. Prayer hands to your lips, may you have peace in your words. And prayer hands back to your heart, peace in your heart and your actions. Bowing forward to seal in our practice. Namaste. And that means the light and the teacher in me honors the light and the teacher in all of you. And there's so much gratitude for all that you're doing and how you are bringing change and healing to the world. Have a beautiful, blessed day.